We're at New York's coaster capital.
Destination fun. Hey, it's Wes.
And Jay.
And welcome to DinkLife. Today we're at Darien Lake. I think it was built in 1954.
Yeah.
It's in New York State. I think it's one of the only amusement parks here, maybe, but no, it has the biggest, tallest coaster, sorry.
Tallest coaster.
Yeah. It's a weird park driving up to because it just feels like you're driving into farm country, all cornfields, and then it's just an amusement park. Nothing else really around it, not even a hotel or really anything.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, but come along with us, we'll check it out.
I was wrong on the date Darien Lake opened. It actually, in 1954, the lake was excavated then and it was kind of turned into a campground 10 years later. The park actually opened as an amusement park in May 1981. We bought our Darien Lake tickets online for $40 a piece per person, and there was also an $11 fee on top of that, just so you know. The fee's a little pricey. We first went to Ride of Steel, which is the tallest coaster in the whole park, built in 1999 by Intamin. Ride of Steel had no locker system and you're forced to buy a $2 locker. You cannot take anything on the ride, not even a hat. The locker we did rent, you could pull the door open with no effort when it was locked. The park had a lot of sketchy people, so just be warned about your items in these lockers. They couldn't get Ride of Steel fired up for the day, so we moved over to Predator, opened in 1990 by the DIN Corporation. Predator had a sign that said, "This ride opens after 11:30. The ride ended up not even opening till 12:45. A maintenance man didn't even start working on Predator until 12 o'clock, and then he was up on the lift hill with an impact gun, tightening parts for the chain lift.
Here we go. It could be, we won't even know. So far it feels good, huh? Yep. Here we go. Meh. It's like okay. What'd you think? We rode Predator. It was we waited an hour and a half to get on it. I'd say the operations and the staff's pretty terrible at this place.
Yeah, they had a sign that said it would open after 11:30, which I think was covering their butts.
Yeah.
And so we waited for a while and kept seeing them doing tests on it, and then we're just like, well, we're already invested our time, so we just waited until it opened, and we got to get into the line at 12:40, I think it was. Well, actually, I think we started at 12:20 waiting.
Yeah.
11:20, and we were walking in about 12:40.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah. It was a long wait, and they had lots of issues getting it running. And then the ride was okay. I wouldn't say it's a okay wood coaster.
Yeah, it's better than other roller. I mean, standard wood
Yeah,
coaster.
I actually, I thought it was better than, just a couple days ago we were at Canada's Wonderland, and I thought it was better than the wood coasters they had.
Yep.
It has a bit of retracking on it. It's a little bit steel.
Well, I guess going back to the weight, the other thing that kind of stunk was we went to a different roller coaster first called Ride of Steel?
Yeah, Ride of Steel, yeah.
And that one, we waited in line, but then they were like, it's not opening. So then we left that line and got in the other line. So it's basically, we were at the park for like, what, two and a half hours-ish before we got to ride anything?
Yeah. I have to say, all their rides only have one train,
Yeah.
so it's super slow.
Yeah, that's true.
Super slow. I'm guessing, and I don't even see that any of the rides have a second train. They only seem to have bought one train for every ride.
Yep.
So yeah, kind of poor that way.
Next, we headed to Moto Coaster. This was opened in 2008. This is a Zamperla ride. When it first opened, it was branded with Orange County Choppers, or American Choppers, the TV show, if anybody remembers that. It only had this branding till 2010, and then it was removed. If you look real close though, you can still see the logo on the sign for the Moto Coaster. To get to Moto Coaster, you have to walk the whole way around the lake. While walking around the lake, we noticed a high dive. If anyone knows what this high dive was used for, leave a comment below.
We made it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool, right?
That's trippy. A little bit.
I like these rides with like weird
Yeah.
So we just finished riding the Moto Coaster. That one was pretty fun, actually. Like,
Yeah, it was fun. It kind of the carts make you feel like you're in an actual motorcycle with the restraint on your back.
yeah, it's one of my favorite ride like seats. I feel like it makes like a coaster that's not too exciting
More interesting.
more interesting. Yeah, because if you were sitting down normally, it wouldn't have been that exciting.
Yeah, and it has a launch
Yep.
with like a little. Like,
Yeah, launch. It's not super long, but it's a cute little ride. We didn't have to wait too long to get on it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Since May 2018, Six Flags has been leasing this property from EPR Properties. The park has a little bit of a not well kept lease feel to it too. A lot of the coasters don't look like they've been painted in 15-20 years. Lots of surface rust on the top of the track. Just random pathways that go to nowhere. You can tell some buildings used to be gift shops that are closed down. Just kind of has a weird feel of a park that's been changed hands many times. Next we went to Tantrum, which of course was closed again like the going theme of today. Luckily the ride opened about 15 minutes after we got there. Tantrum is the newest coaster in the park. Opened in 2018, this is a Gerschlar ride. This was a fun ride. It had a vertical lift hill, it has a 97-degree drop. Overall the whole ride's really smooth. It's less than a minute long.
See? Don't you feel real heavy?
Yeah. You'll feel heavier in a second. There we go.
Nothing super exciting in merch.
I do like that somebody's face, right?
Yeah.
Oh, except that one is just me. That one just screams.
The yellow one? Yeah.
Next we rode Mine Racer. This was opened in 1997. This is a Vekoma suspended coaster. We rode the exact same coaster called Flight Deck at Canada's Wonderland. Surprisingly though, this one looked less taken care of than the one at Canada's Wonderland and had a smoother ride. Go figure.
Oh shit. It's a slow lift hill.
Yeah,
Look how rusty it is. That needs paint so bad.
yeah. Well, it's only the top that needs it.
Yep.
Yeah, how far back are we? That might actually be the best one.
That was better.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was better than flight deck, I thought.
Yeah. That
Wait,
was way better than Flight Deck.
Next, we rode SkyScreamer. This was open in 2019, and surprising, a few times when we walked past it, it was broken down both times. But luckily, we got to ride it. This takes you up to 242 feet and will take you up to speeds of 35 miles per hour. It's kind of tricky. It actually goes up to the top, then it drops like a quarter way down, then it gets even faster, and you almost kick out to the sides completely. And it's a little terrifying. You have very small chains the whole time. I'm sure it's completely safe, but it's terrifying when you're up there. Fun ride, though.
we're going down, I think. Oh, man. Hey Josh, don't these chains seem tiny as hell?
I do think after being at this park for a little while, we didn't stay long, but it's a little overpriced at $50. I think it would be better at more of a $30 value. I would not want to come to this park at peak summer attendance. It just has very poor operations, and the rides just do not have high capacity for high crowds.
Hey, we just got finished with our day at Darien Lake. We didn't stay too long, about 4.5 hours.
No, we tried to get on Ride of Steel at the beginning and kind of it broke down or wasn't ready to go. So then we tried to get on the Predator and we waited, like over an hour.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, we rode some other rides.
There's a few okay rides here.
Not a lot of great rides. It's like all blacktop, very hot.
Very hot. I
Not a
thought
lot
the
of shade.
staff was some of the poorest, unhelpful staff I've ever had.
Yeah.
They don't really inform me about anything.
Right.
The food service was extremely slow.
Yeah.
The prices are high for the food too.
Yeah.
And it's mediocre.
We didn't do the water park, so I guess we can't comment on
Yeah, we didn't do the water park. The souvenirs are meh too, kind of plain stuff.
that. Yeah, probably wouldn't recommend.
Overall, I'd say it's probably the worst amusement park I've ever been to.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. So I guess whatever you decide to do,
Just get out there and do it.
just not at Darien Lake.
Little hill.
Take two.
Okay, go.
You don't want to pay money. No, never mind.